How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Actually, I need to. Hey, man, these Diddy conspiracy theories are wild, man. Wild. And I knew that was going to happen with this type of trial. Diddy paid the jury off. Things are going on with the jury. That's wild, man. There's no way nobody can. I don't think nobody should say that because. But it is what it is. With this type of trial, with this type of trial, I knew it was gonna turn into out to be like a circus type of thing. It's just the way social media is now, and you got to really decipher what the truth is and stuff like that. It's just it's the nature of the beast now. People will say a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is for the clicks because the clicks turn into dinero. And when it turns into the dinero, anything could be said and anything could happen. Um, that's what it is. That's how I make sense of it. But we get into the jury a little bit. From what my peoples are telling me. What's up, Ebony? How you doing? Anthony, what's going on with you? JM, what's going on? Pac, he said Tyler Scary, what's going on? A lot of Diddy conspiracies. I knew that was gonna happen. With a case like this, for sure. I knew it was gonna happen. Hey man, Diddy, you may have paid the jury off. I'm like, nah. Only reason why, I mean, anything can happen in this world, but I would be more inclined not to believe that. Why? I just don't. I don't believe that right there. But what's happening is a few things going on. Now, just keep in mind, I'm getting secondhand information because I wasn't there today. I'm incognito. I'm still in the tri-state area. I'm in New Jersey. So I'm still around. At any time I could drive up there, but they're not going to have, obviously, the trial. They're not going to have it tomorrow because of Juneteenth. And they'll pick back up Friday. And from what I'm understanding, it's going to be a half a day Friday. So I don't want to go to that either. I don't want to go no half a day, man. I'm going to sit and read about Brendan Paul. So he was there today, though. I saw him. I mean, on the video, I saw him there. He had some bodyguards walking with him, I'm assuming. So he was prepared to testify today, but it didn't happen because a juror, from my understanding, having possible dizzy spells. That's the word on the curb that I'm getting. And that could be temporary situation, just need a little rest. Could be stress. Anything could cause it. That's not a fun thing to have that, though. So you can't sit up there and deliberate and you're not feeling well. So that's understandable. People are human. But I do know that they're down to 5 alternates, and they saying that it's something else with a juror. Um, can't really confirm. Somebody said somebody received a text message or something, but I can't confirm that. So, but I would say expect the unexpected in this type of trial situation here. I'm writing I'm writing several pieces on this trial on my experiences, right? And the best thing I could tell you, if you're there, it feels like I'm an extra in a movie. That's what it feels like. That's the best way I could describe it. But it's real, though. It's very real, but it still feel like a movie, though, just because of who he is and the media. Um, but I must say, it wasn't like when it first started. As far as like people out there, it will pick up again when the jury, it'll pick up again during closing arguments. I would expect the courtrooms to be packed as far as the overflow rooms, and when the jury finally start deliberating, because people are going to be waiting around, people are going to be anticipating what's going to happen. Um, that's going to be like a whole big thing. If they come back and say that they have a verdict, it's going to be very, very intense, man. I'm telling you right now. I can already I already know. Um, so they said something about 5, 6. I don't know about the jury. I know one was just out today, and it happens. I've watched trials before where they had to cut it short because a juror couldn't make it or something like that. That's not out of the ordinary. That's why you have alternates. In this case, they pick 6 alternates. Just in case if something happens to alternates, they sit there and listen to the trial just like the regular jury, right? But once they start deliberating the alternates, I don't know if they're not excused. They go sit somewhere else just in case if they need them. There's some, stranger things happen during deliberation where they might need the alternates, or sometime they'll say they can go. Um, so like I said, this is business as usual. This case is nothing different than I've witnessed before. It's just the only difference is it's high profile and it's involving Diddy. Um, but yes, it's a lot going on. I'm trying to get a lot of confirmation and things like that. Um, it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on outside. It's a lot. I just had to take a break, yo. Like I couldn't do it. I had to take a break and recharge my battery, and then make my way back out there. By the time I make my way back out there, the defense will be getting ready to wrap it up. And they said they're going to have 3 witnesses, possibly Friday. Well, Friday is going to be, they said, abbreviated. So they'll really pick up that Monday, that following Monday. The defense will be in full swing. And they said they could take 2 to 5 days to present their case. And then once they rest their case, then, closing statements. And I already know how that goes. Everybody know how that goes. The government goes twice. Defense get one shot at it. But to say that he possibly paid one of the jurors off is just that's for the click value. That's what that's for. That's click value talk, and we already know that. Um, Even if I had exclusive information, I'd keep my mouth shut on that. But that's click value talk. That's to be expected from this type of case. Um, this case, like a lot of courts, they're not really used to it because a lot of cases don't get a lot of social media attention. This one is getting a lot of social media attention. I suspect some other cases that I'm going to follow in the future should get some social media attention, but not quite like this. Not quite like this. A lot of people traveled in, travel back. A lot of people are coming back in, so it's to be expected with this type of case here involving Diddy, man. Um, Guys, I want to give you I listen. I honestly think this gonna end in a hung jury, yo. I do. I just don't see them. I don't know, man. I don't know why I think that. That's the first thing come to my mind. Hung jury. I'm talking about hung up on everything, which means it'll be a holdout. Now, if this thing go longer than 3 days, deliberating, that's what I'm thinking. However, maybe I can't think that because Karen Reed was found not guilty. And yeah, she was found not guilty. She finally got that. They took a little bit of time. So we'll see, man. Here we go again. Yeah, where we go again. It's possible. Anything's possible in this case. I would say expect the unexpected. From my understanding, they're supposed to have some type of rally or something for Puff. I'm trying to confirm what day that's going to be. If it's Saturday, I would say more than likely it makes sense to have it Saturday. And if it is, I'll be out there in New York trying to see what's happening. I'll be out there. Flowing and glowing. Let me get up out of here, man. Anytime. gets real dark out here, that's when things start happening. Sorry about that. I had to reset my audio. Get up in here, man. Once the sun go down, things start happening out here, man. Yeah, so, but yeah, man, I'm expecting anything with this case. Oh, shoot. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, expect the unexpected. That's the one thing I could say. Anything can happen, and I'm sure we'll be here to report on it. You'll hear it. Trust me, if something go down. But I keep hearing stuff about the jurors. I'm like, okay, like what's going on now? But I can't really, because you don't know if I'm not there. I don't know if they lying. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just hard to gauge it. But apparently, like some information got leaked, some privileged information. The judge wasn't happy about it. So that was going on. And then something about another juror. I'm like, damn, what else is going on? So they wanted to question another juror. Then it's crazy, man. You said it was reasonable doubt with Karen. It did look like a dog attacked the man. You said it was reasonable doubt. That's how she got off. Yeah, she got off, man. Not guilty. They came back not guilty, man. She stood up. She like, here we go. They got a verdict. Not guilty. She gone. They can never charge her again. Gone. He said, I wonder if he's sleeping at night. My nerves would be bad too. He had short nights during the week that they got to get you up early. And then he has a long day in court, you know. Yeah, if human being, your nerves will be shot. You said that what you said moments you thought she did do it. Okay, so there's doubt then. When if you think like that, one moment you think she did it, then a moment you think she didn't, you got to vote not guilty. That means you have doubt. You got too much doubt. And see, you look what you said. You said you thought she did it. You can't think she did. Not you can't. It may be possible she did it or think she did. You gotta know she did it. You like okay, the evidence is there that she did it. But yeah, there was doubt with her though. There was doubt in her case. It was a lot of it was some doubt there in her case, and there we have it. Yeah, so you got some kind of doubt like that. That's what it is. You said, have you seen her, doc? Yeah, I have. I just never thought to cover that. I always thought like she gonna eventually beat that case, or either gonna drop it, or she just gonna beat it. She's just gonna eventually get, found not guilty. It's just some doubt there. Obviously, they were having doubt. And I think they deliberated correctly because if they taken all that time, like, damn, we still can't come up with nothing, we got to vote not guilty, man. If we having this much of a problem, then it's not guilty. Let her go. Now, it doesn't mean that the family could come back. They can try to sue her in civil court. She could lose that if they want to sue her. Yeah, she had two other trials. You're right. She got it this time. She got they like let her go. But for this particular case here, expect anything to happen. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised with any verdict. But yeah, remember, all he needs is to connect with one juror. That's it. That's all he needs to do. He just need to connect with one. And he don't know. They don't know which one it'll be. They may think they know, but they might not know. They just need one connection and a holdout. That's it. They need a connection on all charges. To have somebody be like, yeah, not guilty, man. All it takes is one to feel like he's being railroaded. That's it. You think she was set up? The jury may have seen it that way. They may have had your thinking right there. But what's going on right now with this Diddy situation, people putting it out there that he may have paid some of the jurors off, man. Come on. They putting it out there. Now you already know there is no way to back that up. There's no way to know that. Okay? There's no way to know that. And that's just for the click value right there. That's what it is. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You say he get off and go back do the same thing, and women he be lying. Well, if he want to go back and do the same thing, he gonna have to legitimize the lifestyle, turn it into a company or something. I don't know. I don't know what he have to do. He gonna have to get smarter or do it a day. I don't know. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. You said I don't like the things he did, but I don't think I would convict him. He said some people don't learn their lesson. No, I would learn mine. Deborah said, Empress, do you know what he's being charged with? Empress, do you know what he's being charged with? She knows. She knows what she's being charged with. Yeah, she knows she'd be being charged with. You said I would hope he stopped. I mean, he would have to learn his lesson. He would have to. This is a life changing situation. He would have to, man. You see how great his hair is? You said Epstein didn't learn his. He'll learn the ultimate lesson, Rachel. Lord have mercy. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, man. I had to do something real quick, but yeah, man. I'm anticipating a lot for this particular trial, man. Towards the end, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's one of the crazier ones I have followed. I think it might be the craziest one I followed, to be honest with you. Think it has. It's the craziest one. But yeah, we definitely gonna have to wait and see, man, what happens. It is like a movie, Jay. It's what it's looking like. I feel like I'm an extra in it when I'm there. You said Diddy ain't doing that much time if he gets convicted. You think so? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It looks like it. But like I say, at the end of the day, it's on the jury for sure. I know a lot of people are saying, well, they got the RICO, they got this and that. However, you're not the jury. The jury might not feel that way. They have the ultimate say so. They decided. If they feel like the burden hasn't been met, then they're gonna tell us about it. We gonna know. We gonna all questions will be answered pretty soon. Yeah, all the questions will be answered pretty soon, man. I am almost certain. Like, we'll know. Then we'll have a discussion on how they came up with that verdict. After they come, if they come up with one. Then if it's a ruled a mistrial on everything, then we're gonna have to discuss after the fact why it was a mistrial. You know, and if this ends up to be a mistrial, I'm gonna know why. For sure, I'm gonna know why. Oh, what's up? Watching the world 777. What's up? Guys, check out Watching the World 777. He's out there every day. That's his channel right there. Watching the World 777. He's already interviewed with Tasha K. He don't interview with a lot of people already. So take a look at his work. Watching the World 777. He's right there in the chat right there. He do pretty. He got a good analysis on this as well. But like I said, we're gonna have to. It's a lot of conversation we're gonna have to have. That depending on how this situation end up. But I'm telling you, I have a. But yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll have that discussion when that time comes. Like for example, if this ends in a total mistrial, meaning they couldn't come up with a verdict on any charge, then we'll have that discussion on why that happened. Or whatever the case is, we'll have that discussion then. Because there's a few things about the case that's problematic as far as the testimonies is concerned. First of all, they didn't have the person they call KK take the stand. If I'm a juror, I want to hear from her because she's supposed to be his executive assistant, his chief assistant, chief of staff, or whatever you want to call it. She was a main focal point in this case. We kept hearing from her name, but yet she's not on the trial. So I'm going to be heavily looking at that. Like, why is that the case? And also, the dates are incorrect with the balcony incident because Cassie said it happened and then her friend said it happened, right? So they both said that the balcony incident happened, but they may have gotten the dates wrong because there is someone that's out there. He's actually what do you call it? What do you call it? He's a writer for Essence Magazine. He said today that he was actually there when Puff was doing the show on that date in New York City. He said he was actually there, and he said he has Puff there. So Puff wasn't there when she said it happened. So either she got the date wrong. They have to correct that. They're going to have to correct that situation for me to not have no doubt in my mind. They're going to have, because I'm thinking they don't just put a story together on him. They're going to have to correct that situation because he was not there on that date. And there's somebody out there that's saying Puff had a show and he was there. He actually saw Puff. He walked right past him on that date. So we know that he wasn't there at that particular date. He was in New York City. That's a problem. They got to fix that. Well, how can you fix it? Well, maybe she got the story wrong. But here's the problem also with her testimony. She said that she had a neck brace, but she didn't wear it. Obviously, she didn't wear it during the show. She was with him during the show. And for me, it's a problem that KK is not testifying, or Christina Coram. I want to hear from her because I'm sitting here trying to decide if this is a criminal. Okay, I understand that, it's looking like a criminal enterprise, but you know how I feel about that. I feel like they overcharged them on that. So, but we'll see how they put this together in their closing statements. What do you call it? The government is going to have to connect the dots and walk the juror down that road. They're going to have to. And what the defense have to do is they're going to have to hammer down what reasonable doubt is. And they're going to have to spend a lot of time on it. Okay, don't just breeze through reasonable doubt. You got to let the jury know what reasonable doubt is and give a lot of examples. And I think they should have some illustrations for the jury to see. some charts and illustrations to point the holes in the case. And I think that'll be enough for them. They've done their job at that point. Because remember, the defense only has one shot at it. The government goes twice. The government, they go first, then the defense, and then the government comes back with a rebuttal. So that's why I say they go twice, because they have the burden. The burden is on them. Did you know that the defense, they could rise and say, okay, we close our case? They don't have to put on no witnesses. The government has to prove this beyond reasonable doubt, even though they are going to put on witnesses, but they're not going to take that long. They said 2 to 5 days. That's pretty much mainly for me. If I'm on the jury, that's all I need to hear. But the thing is, Brendan Paul, that's going to take the stand, I'm already thinking he got a deal. So in my mind, he has he has a lot of incentive to go up there and craft a story. So I'm already looking at him suspect already, because nobody else got charged but Puff. That's also a problem for the government. He's the only person that's sitting at that table in this criminal enterprise, because everybody else took a deal. Okay, well, where's KK? Did she take a deal? Because she's not there. Okay, she's not there. So I have a problem with that she's not there. I have a problem that the bodyguards are not there. Why see, here's why I have the problem. Okay, well, you didn't show us all the text messages in your presentation, which I understand why, but then when the defense got up, they showed different text messages to try to put doubt in your mind that maybe this wasn't coerced. That's the charge that he has to beat. That coercion, that by force charge, because that's a mandatory minimum of 15 years. The other charges, the judge has some wiggle room there as far as what he want to sentence him to. It's that one charge that has a mandatory minimum of 15 years. He has to beat that, because he has to. If the judge cannot sentence him below that, he has to go with the 15 years. That's the charge he got. That trafficking charge he has to beat. But the problem is, for me, that they added the Mann Act. That's a problem for me, because it says even if it's consensual. And I know what that Mann Act was used for, and I don't like it. I don't like the Mann Act. I don't. But it's not up to me, right? It's up to the jury to figure it out. I understand why they're calling it a criminal enterprise. I get it, but I just don't agree with it. So I don't agree. No, he's not. We don't know he's cooked. It's up to the jury. I don't know. Yeah, KK made a statement, but she has said she's innocent of everything. She didn't do anything. The defense don't have to go that long. 2 to 5 days is about right. They don't have to put on a long defense. The government did, because they have the burden is high on them. That's why they went so the long as they did. I would say they should be done in about 3 days. I would say 4 days. 4 days the most. They said 3 to 5 days. I think this will be over before the 4th of July. Well, at least the jury will have it to deliberate before the 4th of July, for sure. And this thing could be over by the 4th of July. Now, if he gets convicted, the sentencing, they will come back for sentencing. They're not going to sentence him that day. He will have a sentencing hearing. And then usually they'll do victim impact statements and stuff like that. You'll see that. And then they'll argue mitigating circumstances on why he should get less time or more time. And then the judge will consider all sides, and then he'll come back with his sentence. Now, here's another thing that he has. He's already covered all grounds already. He hired Alexandra Shapiro. She's really good in the appellate part of this if he gets convicted. She has a lot of juice up there. He also hired somebody, I believe, to look into protecting his assets. So he's already covered all the bases already. No, I want to know why. Like, why is she not there? How come the bodyguards are not there? That's a problem for me. Why the bodyguards not there? Because I definitely don't. I definitely don't take Dawn's story. I really don't. Just the way I honestly believe. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is what I really believe. I think they need to have Brian Steele and Nicole Westmoreland do the closing. They really do. They were the most effective in this situation. They were really the most effective in here. You have to hammer home what reasonable doubt is. You have to. You have to. If I'm on a jury, if I'm on a jury, they have to know this, right? I've only been wrong twice about this verdict situation. I've only been wrong twice. And my prediction is a hung jury. I've only been wrong like maybe actually three times. So I'm out like three times, right? I'm predicting this to be a hung jury. And because I have a problem. Why the bodyguards haven't testified? I want to hear from every entertainer. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. I didn't want to just hear from a couple. I wanted to hear from all of them that you could get. I wanted to get more than just what you got. You only had two for me to hear. I wanted to hear more than that because it's a problem for me. I'm hearing these text messages that she's saying she was down with it, even though I understand that she may have been saying that she may have been telling him what he wanted to hear. But guess what? I wasn't there. I don't know what's in her brain at the time. Okay, it's feeling like to me that they were there for the money. That's what that feels like to me. And if I keep feeling that way, I can't send him away for the rest of his life. I just can't. I can't send him away. I can't. I feel like they overcharged him. So, but they can change my vibration though. I have an open mind, right? So they can if they connect it. But I don't know. I don't know. He's still paying this woman's rent. He paid for her lawyer. Um, yeah, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. I wish he could have had more people sitting at that table with him. He's not the only one. I wish he could have had. I mean, if you think about this, right? Cassie is really a co-conspirator. She is. And I just don't like that everybody got an immunity deal, so I'm voting not guilty. I'm sorry. And I've really been dissecting this case. I really have. I know the law. I know how they're applying it to them, but I just don't like how they did it. Everybody got a deal. Of course they're gonna tell us what we want to hear. They got a deal. That's what I'm thinking. Nah, man, he's not guilty. I would say not guilty. I'm not here to just, it's not guilty. As he didn't do this by himself. These people, if let me tell you something, ain't no woman in her right mind is gonna sit up here and freak off with me and I ain't got no money. There's no way. There ain't no woman I know right now is gonna have a freak off with my ass right now. Not one. Not one. Okay? Not one. They be like, take your broke ass somewhere else. And they'll laugh at me. Okay? Jane wouldn't even give me the time of day. Or Cassie. Okay? They will not give me the time of day. Period. Period. That's it. They won't. I'm sorry, you had an option to leave. You did. You had an option. We have to hold people accountable here. I'm sorry. See, we don't like to hold people accountable. We like to pick and choose who we hold accountable. No. No. Then you're paying $10,000 a month for your rent. You were a worker. You were working. That's what you were doing. I'm not holding them on that. I'm holding them on that domestic violence though, but they didn't charge them with that. Well, actually, they kind of did because they said coercion by force. So I see where they're going with that. You see how they doing? Because I don't. They don't like what I'm saying, so they starting to spam me. It's not working. I'm just gonna delete. It's not working. It's not working. I don't agree. I don't agree with the hit squad. What they saying? I don't. I'm not gonna sit up here and put this man away for an eternity and he paying somebody. This is not by accident, but it's keep happening. That's not by accident. I'm just letting y'all know that's not by accident. That's not by accident that just happened. It's not. It's happening too much, and it's not happening on nobody else's live stream. Because let me tell you something. I'm on everybody live stream. I'm on everybody's. I be watching in the bushes. It's only happening with me. This is only happening with me with these with this spam. It's only happening with me. It's not happening on nobody else's live stream. Not one. Because I be watching. I be watching. Yeah, it's only happening with me. It's not happening with nobody else. It's definitely not. And as soon as I start talking like that, that's when the spamming comes. That's why I said he's kind of screwed though, because the system is working against him. That man is screwed. You said paranoid? Hold on, that's another person. I'll show you how paranoid I am. What the fuck I gotta be paranoid for? I'm so paranoid I blocked you. No, I'm not paranoid. It's not affecting me, but I'm talking about the spamming. It's not affecting me. But it's only happening to me though. It's not because I see when people go live, they don't have this problem with spammers. They don't. So that's how they know I'm 100. That's how they know. You said he's guilty on all charges. So right, you would be on the jury and I'll be on the jury, but it wouldn't matter because I would hang that jury. So you would vote guilty and I would say not guilty. So it don't matter. All he'll be the case will be just it'll be a mistrial. I for sure will make it a mistrial for sure. And I'm not even on his side. I'm not on nobody's side. But you're not gonna sit up here and do this. You're not gonna sit up here and keep charging brothers with the Mann Act. You're not gonna keep doing that. Not with me. You're not gonna keep doing that. Okay? You got Jack Johnson on it already. And I'm thank Trump for pardoning him. But y'all shouldn't have he shouldn't have even got locked up. And here y'all go again. And now they putting it out there in the media that this Abercrombie guy has some type of dementia or something allegedly. So I already know he might not even go to trial. Okay? He might not even go to trial. So I'm not putting him away. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. They should have charged him with just regular without the they didn't have to do the RICO on this. They really didn't. They OD'd off this. They didn't have to do the RICO in this situation. They didn't. So yeah, that's how I agree. I mean, it's not popular for me to say that they overcharged him, but Joe Tacopina said the same thing. So I'm going with him. I'm going with him. He did a good job for ASAP Rocky. He's saying they overcharged him here, and he said they haven't even proved the RICO. Um, they just want us to believe all what they saying, right? And all right, so let me go back for a second. So she said she wrote the book because she wanted him to read it. Let me think about this. She said she wrote the book because she wanted him to read it. I don't think so. I don't think so. She wanted money. And I don't blame her for wanting money, okay? I don't blame Cassie for wanting money. But this is a money grab. Bullshit. This is a money grab, and what happened was it got deeper and it became criminal. That's what happened, okay? And I get why she wanted her money. I'm not knocking her for the money. I'm not knocking her for that, okay? I'm not knocking her for the money. I'm not knocking her for that. However, this is a money grab. And everybody that got up there, they have an incentive after this is over with. So no, I'm not guilty, fam. I don't care. People could say all around me, the whole room could be yelling at me. No, he's guilty. Well, I say not guilty. So it's going to be a hung jury. Okay? We hanging this jury. That's just what it is. The jury is going to be a mistrial with me. Okay? It's going to be a mistrial. See, I'm fair here. I'm not against Cassie. And I don't blame him for not selling her, with her. I see what he should have did was he should have settled with her so this can go away. I get why he didn't do it because I'm not going to sit up here and pay you and your husband to join this money. Y'all go get a job, right? I would have felt the same way. But then it got deep and he had to go ahead and settle. So I get it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get that. Well, the reason why she got the money is because of for the years that she's been put on the shelf. Because I think she could have been something. She kind of remind me of Leah a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Had that Aaliyah type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit. Like that Me and You song was hot. I remember when it came out. See, look, I remember the beginning. Now watch this. I'm gonna tell you how far I go back with Cassie. I don't know her, but when Ryan Leslie was making that Me and You beat, he was on this website called, and watch this, if they ever hear this, if anybody's listening, please tell them I'm saying this. And they're not gonna say I'm lying. He made that Me and You beat while he was on Justin.tv. Now it's called Twitch because Justin he sold it to the other people and they renamed it Twitch. But what Justin.tv was, it was a spot where you can go and stream and you don't really have to say nothing. It just people watch you walking around your house. It was almost like we were all voyeurs or something because people just be walking around the house. We just be watching them. And I used to stream on there too. And I used to actually talk though. I used to be it was called Justin.tv. And you know I Justine that be on YouTube that be reviewing all the Apple products. She was on there too. She was on there too. Okay. And Ryan Leslie was on there because he was making it, he had a studio in his apartment. And Cassie used to come by and they made the Me and You beat. That's how I remember her from way back then. Way back then. Okay. From way back then. Okay. Hold on a second. Now, hold on. Now, let them spam. Watch this, guys. I'm about to do some magic. Since they want to sit up here and keep playing. I'm tired now. So let me just go. Let me just go to my troll situation. Because it's getting out of hand now. Watch this. Hold on. Yeah, but I remember them. And that was a long time ago. And she was popping. I remember when that song came out. It was popping. And they made another song. She made another song that was popping. And I remember when they announced that they were going to partner up with Diddy. I said, uh-oh, uh-oh. And then when I remember when he met up with her, and then I remember when she just started hanging out with him, I said, that's it for her career. It's done. She done, yo. That's his girlfriend now. Done. Okay, how many days we gonna put? Let's just put 5 days. Okay. Troll monitor has been armed. So y'all can stop with the ODing on me with the spamming. All right. Y'all can stop it now. So it's over with. Ain't no more spamming. I had to do 5 days. All right. So the spammers can go somewhere. It's either people from other channels doing it or somebody doing it. They send bots your way. They send bots. It's not happening with no other channel. It's happening with me. So what I do is I just put the troll monitor on to change their vibration. So that's what we did. We just change their vibration and we move on. But so that's where I met them. It was on Justin.tv. That's where I know them from. And Ryan Leslie, check this out. I know so much about them. So Ryan Leslie, he graduated high school early. And he graduated Harvard early. He was a young, you know when he went to Harvard? When he was like 15 years old. He was like 14 or 15 years old when he went to Harvard. He was like a genius back then. Like a genius kid. And Yeah, so that's what. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I'm back. So yes, he was like a genius. So and he started working with Cassie. I knew they were like together. They didn't really come out outwardly and say it. And she used to come in the studio. She used to come in the studio and all that. And that was way back when Justin.tv was around. And then afterwards, she got with Diddy, and you never seen her in the studio no more. That was kind of crazy. He used to be in the studio by himself. And he kind of changed a little bit. You can tell he was going through something because he was really dating her, and here come Puff taking her. So that's what happened. Okay. And they not going to say I'm lying. They can be like, damn, he remember that? Yeah, Justin.tv. Yes. They were on Justin.tv. Now it's called Twitch. That's what they were on. And he made that beat. And they had a lot of fun in the studio and stuff. They were going to blow up together. They were, because Ryan could sing too. They were going to go places. So I understand. I said all that to say this. I understand why she went for the money, because she got put on the shelf, and he had other plans for her. He had other plans. Okay, and put her on the shelf. So that's why she want her money. Okay, so I get it. Pay the woman. He should have paid her, but I get why he didn't want to pay her. Like, oh, I ain't gonna try to. You gonna sit up here and y'all gonna enjoy my money? No. So he didn't want to do it. But yeah, he had to pay her. You said I never seen it that fast and detailed. Max told the bot to change the vibration. Now they send bots your way. Channels be doing it too. It's a lot of people be doing it. It's some people, man. We never gonna come together and unite. We never are. That's why ICE be able to do what they doing. We're never gonna unite. Quote unquote brown people. We're never gonna unite. Never. We hate on each other. That's why they allowed to do anything to us, because we don't unite. I'm seeing vloggers that like getting at each other, man. That's why I stay away from it. Now, first of all, I'm older than everybody out there. Number one, I'm just about older than everybody, and I can't. I don't have time for all that. I don't have time for no drama. You see what I'm saying? I'm too old for it. So we just can't come together for nothing. Just not for nothing, man. I don't act that way. Like, I want everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that. I like everybody winning, whether they not biased or not. But they don't feel the same way for you though. So I know. So I know how it is. They don't. It's always a competition with us when we supposed to be together, and there ain't no competition. When we come together, there's no competition when we come together, but we ain't gonna come together. Every other culture is on code with each other. They don't have to like each other, but they're on code. Okay? They don't have to like each other, but they're on code. But we're not like that. And I see it. We have people out there playing music, trying to demonetize people. I'm like, man, I'm done with this, man. For right now, I'm done. You know, people, weirdos out there yelling and blacking out on you. It's just crazy. Let me tell you something. We were really on code. There's no way he will be found guilty under that goddamn Mann Act for what they did to Jack Johnson. Okay? At least Trump pardoned him. At least they pardoned him. At least they did. At least he pardoned Jack Johnson, even though that happened years ago. Okay? But don't use it against us no more. Don't do that. They keep doing it. I mean, they would have done it with Epstein, but you know the rest is history with him. He got away. So they would have done it with him. They would have done it with him, but he didn't make it. He was the next one that was going to get it. And let me tell you something. That was a classic case of human trafficking, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Classic case, for sure. I would just have to say, man, it's I would hang that jury for sure. For sure I would. They glad I'm not on the jury. And I wouldn't be doing the most. You know how jurors are reacting and stuff, shaking their head with them? I would be stone faced. You couldn't read me. I would be stone faced. I would be the one they worried about. I'll be stone faced. I wouldn't even look at them. I would be stone faced. And they be like, damn, what's up with this one right here? You know what I'm saying? I would be stone faced. And next thing you know, they would come out to the judge. It's been 5 days. We can't come up with a verdict. We just can't. We can't come up with one. And then he'll read us. I already know what's going to happen after that because nobody covered this shit. They will read. They will issue us the Allen charge. Okay, I don't care. You can issue me the Allen charge. You can say the Allen charge to me, but I still don't care. It'll be a hung jury. And essentially, the Allen charge is go back and reconsider again to see if y'all can come up with a verdict. The judge will say that. Then I'll come back. We still can't come up with a verdict. It's done. I'm not putting him away. I'm not doing that. So that's just what it is. We got to be on code some goddamn time. Damn. Okay? If you want to convict him on the stuff that he did. Then I'll be okay with it. I will be okay with it. If you want to get him on the other stuff, that's fine. But nah, not this criminal organization. Nah, I'm good on that. He's not a gang member. Period. And I know how they're applying it to him. The reason why they're applying it to him is because he took his money and exploited for sexual gratification. It doesn't have to be money. He doesn't have to make money to make this a criminal enterprise. What they're saying is if he exploited people for sexual gain or gratification, which that's what happened, right? That's how they're getting him. I know how they're getting him. I do understand that, but jury nullification. I'm sorry. They would never push my content. They would never do it. Never. Never. But it only takes one to listen. Because you know what happened? Y'all should have sequestered them. They should have been sequestered. Y'all should have had them in a hotel, man. Okay? These people are human. Everybody's addicted to their phones. They should have been sequestered. A case like this, you got to sequester them. Yeah, it was meant for the mafia to take the mafia and stuff like that down and other things. They use it a lot in the past. Yeah, man. And here's another reason why. Because they shouldn't have came out with that documentary. They shouldn't have done that. Okay, because that is possibly tainting the jury pool. So I feel like he's not getting a fair trial. That's another thing. You said Carcino said it best. What did he say? What did he say? They're not going to hear about it, Tammy, because my jury nullification video was messed up. They messed it up. You said, with the trial, why are we here if consenting adults? Is that what he said? Well, they need to take down all these corn industries too. They need to take them down, but that's neither here nor there. Don't forget about the hotel bill. Yeah, he should have got charged for that. Yeah, that should have been a separate. I wish he should have went to the police then and there, but she didn't. That might be out of the limitations on that. Yeah, we submit to the domestic stuff, and I don't agree with that for sure. They already said that in their opening that he did all these things, but he didn't do the RICO. But yes, he did all these things. Yes, I don't agree with that. Trust me, I'm not liking him. I'm not. But he's not getting. I don't think he's getting a fair trial, in my opinion. They can literally, you know how scared it is, man? They can literally do anything they want to us and make our people believe anything. They can do whatever they want to us, and everybody will believe it. No, none of us are safe. They can do whatever, man. And the reason why I'm seeing all these videos of these people being taken away from their families and deported, you know what I say? I said, there's a simple fix for that. Let's all unite. Let's all unite. Yes. Not just unite until you get your way and then go back to hating us like you did in the past. No. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the women's lib movement. That's because they used us. They sure did. And they got what they wanted and they threw us by the wayside. The women's lib movement. Yes, they did. So what we need to do is, I'm talking about everybody. It's the elites against us. Why don't we all unite and come together? We don't have to like each other. We just have to be on code. And then we can get stuff done. We can get stuff done, but that's just, I'm looking at life through rose petal glasses. It's not happening. You said that's your boy deporting these folks. He's a part of the elites. No, he's not. If he was a part of the elites, why they don't like him? He's not part of the elites. Because if he was, they wouldn't. He wouldn't have been and caught up in a case. He's not one of them. Now here's the issue with this situation, Chantel. Here's the situation with this. No other country does this but us. So it's like other presidents wanted to correct this situation, but they couldn't. Nobody had the balls to do this. Um, it's a sensitive topic. I don't want to talk about it. It's too sensitive, and nobody's gonna understand it. I don't think nobody will understand it, man. I just know I can't go to Thailand and just stay there willy nilly. I have to go through different things if I want to stay there. Either I got to get a retirement visa. Yeah, retirement visa. But I'm not old enough to have a retirement visa, right? Or I can get a education visa, or I can just do a border run. I just can't stay there like that. Okay, but you can come here and do that. But the problem with this is, I think it's too late because it's been going on for so many years. To try to correct it now is just going to be a mess. But I know why they're doing it. Watch this. I know why they're doing it, because they're trying to boost their numbers, because they're becoming a minority. That's why they're doing it, because they got the low birth rates and they need to boost that shit up because they see the writing on the wall. So that's what they're doing. Come on, man. I can break this down for you. They're trying to encourage certain situations. Okay. So it's a lot to it. Actually, we all didn't benefit from it. I'm a native here. I didn't benefit from it. I didn't benefit from the immigration. I didn't. I'm actually a native of this country. It's not a lot of people probably could say that. I'm a native here. I'm Native American. So I didn't benefit, because I damn sure didn't benefit off that Thanksgiving stuff, because that's a slap in my face. Thanksgiving. Okay, we were sitting up here chilling and they came and took it. We didn't benefit off nothing. We just want everybody to go. How about that? We're natives here. I'm native here. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I found out. I work with a bunch of Sudanese and Lebanese and Sudanese, Lebanese, some people from Yemen. And you know what they told me? They said, why is it so hard for you guys to get things? We're so many programs for us. We just come here and get so many programs, right? That's what they told me. This when they first got here, they thought we were lazy. Did you know about 5 years later, we entertained that conversation again? You know what he said? I see it's hard as fuck here. He said that. He said, now I understand where you were coming from. He said, now I understand where you're coming from. He said, did you know what he said? When they came here through immigration, they were told not to mess with us. That's what they were told. They were told that we were dangerous, we were uncouth, and everything else. But we need to come together. All of us need to come together. I don't care what color you crayon color you want to call yourself. You want to call yourself white? That's your crayon color you want to call yourself. You want to call yourself yellow? Whatever you want to call yourself. We need to come together. We need to come. We don't got to like each other. We need to be on code. Like if our brothers and sisters getting kicked out of here and getting deported, we need to do something about it. But guess what? When y'all get your way, don't sit up here and turn your back on us. Don't do it. We need to stay on code. Okay? So it could be for the people and by the people like the Constitution said it was supposed to be. Okay? The Constitution says for the people, by the people. It's not like that. But we can make it like that if we come together. So they've been working on our minds for so long. I saw a sad video of a guy, his wife was getting deported, and they got small kids. He said, we need her here. And they put her in this van. You know, this van, it looked like they put her in a van that they put dogs in. She said, I'm claustrophobic. It was so tight, the space they were trying to put her in. That's a human issue. That's a human issue that everybody needs to be concerned about. That's a human issue. But you know what people say? Well, I'm minding my business because they're not trying to help us. They right about that. Some of them are racist. They are. And they shouldn't be because they just as brown as I am. We all supposed to come together. It's a human issue. But a lot of people don't want to help because they feel like they're not going to help them. That's why. We need to come together now. We need to come together. We need to come together. That's a human issue what's going on. It's a human issue. And it shouldn't be that way. A woman should not be torn away from her kids. So it's an issue that we all have to think about. Thank you. All right, have a good one. Yeah, it's a human issue that we're all going through. And we got to come together because once we come together, that will never happen again. They belong here just as much as we do. So it don't matter. They shouldn't be getting deported like that, right? But the problem is they can do that because we're not coming together. That's why. We have to come together at some point. That was a bad situation when they put her in that truck and her husband was crying. That's a human issue. That's on all of us. That's on all of us. Because I can tell that those are good people. I can tell. I can look in his eyes and tell he's a good guy. And then I heard what some people are saying. Well, you guys voted for him. They talking about the Latinos. Well, y'all voted for Trump. Look what's happening. Well, here's the situation. What he's trying to do, which is a problem, because it has to be a balance, right? It has to be a balance. It has to be a give and take. It has to be a balance. But he's moving like a man that don't have time. That's why he's moving. He's moving like a man that don't have much time. The reason why he's moving like that, because he only got 4 years. He's literally moving like somebody that don't have much time left. That's how he's moving. And it has to be a balance. Like, you can correct the border situation, but the people that's already here, leave them alone, because they already here now, right? They already here, but you can correct it for the future, so it can't keep happening. And they have to come in and go through the process, right? But the people that's already here, nah, you can't let them go, right? You can't let them go. They already here, man. Like, look, tag, you're it. They already here. But it has to be like, my thing is, it's a solution to it. Yes, you do need to fix the border situation, but go ahead and fix that. But the people that's here, that's working and paying, they paying taxes. These people are taxpayers. They paying taxes. Let them stay, right? Let them stay. Don't kick out a woman that's been in this country, that's been here 30 years. Don't do that. Because now it's an issue that it's hurting all of us. This is a human issue. So it bothered me to see that video because he was crying, and they put her in a truck where it's so claustrophobic. It's like it's her knees. Her knees is hitting the thing. That's how tight it is. That wasn't supposed to be that way. So hopefully, at some point, we will all come together. We don't have, like I said, we don't have to get along, but we have to come to code. And I believe at some point, guys, it's going to happen where we all going to have no choice but to come together. Yeah, it should be grandfather. Look, I believe you should be grandfathered in as soon as you hit the border. You know why? Because you got over here. It's too late. You're over here now. Okay? But tighten up the border so it won't happen. And then let the people stay. Let the people stay. There's enough, listen, there's enough country to go around. Do you know how big this country is? This country is big as fuck. There's still land in this country that hasn't even been developed yet. There's a lot of land here in this country. So, no, you have to let them stay. No, I'm not going, and trust me, I don't agree with that. And her kid, and man, did you see her little daughter holding a thing trying to prevent her not going in? I had to turn that off, girl. Couldn't see that. You know what we need, Chantel? We need people your age getting into office. That's what we need. We need some people in your age group, Chantel, to run for office. Please. Can y'all do that? Can y'all please get into politics? Because these presidents are too old. I don't like to age shame, okay? They're too old. They're too old, man. You know why I say that? Because if you're at a certain age, what the hell are you caring about 30 years from now? You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You too old. Too old. And poor Biden, he was really trying to get down with it, and he was sick. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, he was sick. He shouldn't have to feel compelled to run till he's 90. Where's you young people at? Please. Please get into politics. Please. We need you. Please. We need somebody young up in that office. You said some of us are trying. We're starting with city. Right. I like that. But see, here's what we need to do. We need to get on code. So let's say, for example, you want to run for office. That means everybody donate and give you $10. Do you know how much power the quote unquote crayon colors have? The white, black, and brown. We you know what we can do? All right, everybody donate $10 to you. Now you got the money to compete with the money. You see? You got money now. At some point, we all gonna have to come together. This isn't bullshit. At some point, we are. We're gonna have to start messing around. And guess what? It's getting ready to happen. It's getting ready to happen. If you know what I know, what's going on overseas right now, something might happen over here where we all gonna have to come together. Guess what? It already happened already. Remember 9/11? Y'all remember that? I was in New York City, and I remember people hugging each other, people making sure everybody. That's when it happened. Then we do have the ability to do that. And I hate that we have to wait for something crazy to happen for it to happen, but we do have that ability to do it. We can vote. We have the power to vote everybody out of Congress that ain't listening to us. Because guys, you guys know, y'all know Mitch McConnell and them too old, man. They too old, man. They didn't want to retire. They didn't want to retire, man. Freaking Mitch McConnell, he been there so long. It's like elder abuse having him there. You see what they doing with Jesse Jackson? Oh my God, it's sad, yo. They got him in that wheelchair. I think he's nonverbal, y'all. I don't think he can talk no more. And he just like kind of this. Oh my God, they don't want to give it up. They don't want to give it up, man. And like I said, I don't age shame because I love our elderly. They're a protected class, right? I love my elderly people. But we need some youngsters up in there. I'm talking about youngsters that are down. I don't want these like elites going in there. No, they gotta go. They gotta go. We need somebody that's down with the cause, that actually understand the people. That's what we need up in there. Oh, hold on. I'm sitting up here trying to. All right. That's what we need up in there. But first thing first, we got to get over this crayon color issue. We got to get over that, man. All right. And then go from there and get people in there, young people in office. There should be an age limit to be a president, man. Yeah, if something might come, Ryan. So if they don't get this situation over there together, want me to lead this. You said remind us. Hold up, reminds me of leave the world behind. Yes, he said something is going on with connectivity. I'm not connecting. Hold on. Okay. Maybe I need to stop talking about that because yeah, he's moving quick because he don't have much time. That's how he's moving. What he has to do is like, look, okay, I understand what he's trying to do with the border issue, but let the people stay here. That's already here. Okay? Let them stay here. That's it. It's enough country to go around. But for the people that's trying to come in, get a program together. Don't make it impossible, but get a program together. Like, look, we want you here, but you got to go through a program. and then maybe that'll help the situation. See, it'll be like a long-term fix. It won't happen overnight. It'll be like within a 20-year period. Things are moving that direction. It'll eventually level itself out. But when I saw that video, man, her little daughter was trying to hold the so she wouldn't get in the van. Oh my God. And her husband was crying, and they were handling his wife a certain way. He said, "Don't handle it like that." Man, I would have been out there fighting with him. I would have been out there fighting with him. That's a human issue. He's a human being, you know? So that bothers me. But I can't keep, you said the problem is the undocumented people. But see, here's the thing. As long as they're here, then you can, help them out. Okay, you can get documented. You can work that out. But see, they don't want to do that because at this juncture, they can't just say, "Hey, I'm undocumented," because they'll come get them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a messed up situation. I just had to turn away from stuff like that. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. Can't watch it, man. You said some are getting social security cards with no name as their official name. Bad until one of them called the black ICE agent the N word. You said that pissed you off. One of them called him the N word. You said the black ICE agent. Yeah, they getting down right now. You said we have millions of no name Johnsons walking around here. You said no name Johnsons. They call them no name on the social security card. Yeah, the system is broken. Definitely is broken. I don't know anything I could do about it. Ain't nobody trying to come together. Oh, you know about it too, Rachel? Man. So would they just have no name on their joint? How they gonna have a name? Don't have no name. Like how does that work? Where you don't have no name? You said they put no name of their official documents. Yes, they get social security cards with their name as no name. No nombre? Did it say no nombre? I'm trying to be funny. No nombre. No, that's crazy. It reads no nombre. Man, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I learned something new. The system is broken and he trying to fix it, but the problem is, listen, he going at lightning speed. He said he don't give a damn. We gonna fix this in my term. We gonna fix this shit. I don't give a damn. You said John Doe or Jane Doe, believe. Damn, I ain't know that. We gonna have a lot of no name then. I know. Yeah, he said, look, I don't give a damn. We gonna fix this in my administration. I don't give a damn. And see, he already know. I know they trying to push another term, a third term, but realistically speaking, he's not going to be able to do it. He's too old. He's going to be too old at that time. At that point, he's not going to be able to do it. So that's why he's working at lightning speed. Every day is something new. He's signing something every day. So he feels that sense of urgency. Um, well, he need to leave it up to whoever's going to come in next, whoever that's going to be. All the presidents talked about the border. All presidents did, but they didn't do anything because it was just, it's broken. It's like how you fix it has been broken for many, many years. There's no way to, it's like, it's hard to fix it. You worked for the SSA for 20 years, DHS approves, so we got to process them. Yeah, his method is off. He off the hook with it. He said he don't give a damn. He said if we got to do 50,000 a day, and then he said he's offering a program to where they'll give you money to go back home. That's not happening. They're not taking that. To fly out, give you a little money to go. They're not doing that. They'll come back in. It was this one funny video. The guy got deported, right? And he said, I'll be back next week. He told his family, I'll see y'all next week, right? Why did he come back the next week? He told them, I'll see y'all. And they all waved to him bye, and they were laughing. Because this wasn't the first time he got picked up. So he came back, he flew back in. He flew back in. He didn't, he flew back in. He said he was just going on vacation, going back home to see his family on vacation, and he'll come back. And he damn sure came back. It was hilarious. They documented, they put it on TikTok. You live in a sanctuary city, and it's a mess. They can commit crimes without pursuit. We're tired. What do you mean commit crimes without pursuit? And what's going on? This is happening here where I'm at. Why do I go in Walgreens and CVS and the damn soap is locked up? I gotta push a button for somebody to give me some soap. What's going on with that, man? Used to end up backfiring when the pandemic first. Yeah, it was crazy. So I don't know, man. It's just a lot going on. Then Iran and them, they tripping. Iran, they're tripping. You said people stealing. Because I said to him, I said, look, man, why are you locking up the soap, man? I have to push a button for you to come open. He said, yeah. And the deodorant? He said, yeah. He laughed at me. He said, where are you from? I said, I'm from here. He said, well, you don't know we lock it up? I said, well, I just got back in town. I said, in Virginia, they don't do that. He said, well, that's Virginia. That's what he said to me. That's Virginia. We lock our shit up here. I'm like, all right. Yeah, man, I couldn't get I had to wait. They have a button you can push, though, for the people to come open it up for you. And I'm not used to it because I've been in VA so long. I mean, I come up here, but when I come up here, it's usually for like a short visit, to see my mother and stuff, and then I go back and then come back short visit. But I'm actually noticing stuff here that's changed, and it's crazy. But we all need to come together. You know what I'm saying? And then we can band together, and that's it. That's what we got to do it. But it ain't gonna be that way. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. You said they do that in Walmart? Yeah, I had to, man. And I had to go to the bathroom too. I was like, damn, I'm trying to wait till I get home. I said, bro, can you please lock up the damn bathroom was locked, yo. I had to go get a key. I was like, man, it's crazy. Bro, they locked up the Just for Men. The Just for Men was locked up, man. You know how I got to get my Just for Men. So I just ordered on Amazon. I was like, because I ain't going to be done with doing this. You said I must been. I live in a. It's in the hood, Ryan. I'm in the hood, man. I sure am. I'm in the hood. But it's like it's a gentrified hood. Like I said, I see people walking with their dogs. You know, it's a gentrified hood. You just can't come out at night. If you come out at night, you just gotta be careful. Yeah, but it's a little sketchy, Ryan, in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? I know you're like, damn, where are you at? Like, it's a little sketchy. But at night though, at night. During the day, you can walk the park, you know. But yeah. But they have a building I was telling you about, 2,500 for rent for one bedroom. Okay. That's where all that's where it's going down at. They got their own park. I'm mad that they got their own parking though. Like I got to park on the street. But that's all right. Your daughter is paying 2,200 for a studio there. But where she's at, man, it's really nice. And they got their own gym. Celebrity, do you see their own gym? Do you see that gym right across from your daughter's house? What the fuck? It's like a total gym. Guys, it's a complete fucking gym. It's like Bally's in there. Yeah. Her space is nice, though. It's nice. They would go in there and take bird baths. Yeah, but when they come out, you don't got to lock the door. It don't take that long. How long it take them to take a bird bath? You say, yeah, but that's too much. Um, they have a shuttle service. But is the shuttle service free? Where did the shuttle service take them? I can tell you why she's spending that much, celebrity, because she's only 10 minutes from New York City by driving. But see, it didn't take us 10 minutes because of the traffic. But if there ain't no traffic at night, celebrity, you get there in 10, 15 minutes to New York. That's why. Yeah, that's what we call it, Ryan, a bird bath. Yeah, I mean, how long it take you to take a bird bath, though? About what, 10, 15 minutes? And then they out. You ain't got to lock the door. Let them wash up. Oh, the shuttle is free? It take them to some train. Okay, so the shuttle can take them to the train. That's convenient. Do it take them back, celebrity? When they go to the train, do that service be there to take them back? Because that save money. Yeah, the rail service to go to New York. I know what you're talking about. Ryan, like the bird that hit the hot spots. They hit up the hot spots. Like Nature Boy used to say. It's round trip on a schedule. Yo, that is convenient. Yeah, she got a nice spot. But yeah, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for that. Yeah, it's like how can I say it? It's that spot there, Celebrity. When I was a kid, that wasn't there. That was well, obviously it wasn't. That's a new building, but that looked totally different. It was like a junkyard around there when I was a kid. That's why it took me. That's why it seemed like I didn't know where I was going because everything looked different to me. I was like, wait a minute, this is across from that bridge that never works. And then like down the road, it used to be a Kmart, but the Kmart is not there no more. It's probably Walmart now. I think Walmart is there in this place. Oh, old boy coming in. That means what's up, old boy? You got breaking news? Usually he come in as some breaking news. Let's see what he say. Yes, the sentiment is guilty verdict on everything. Yeah, I know people saying that. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but we'll see, man. They said there's some stuff going on with the jury too. They're trying to say that he paid off the jury. He paid off some members of the jury. Could you imagine that? Okay, guys, check this out. This is weird. I've been going to court every day and I never run into them. Okay? Is there's a YouTuber out there, you know, the juror that they let go? He interviewed him. So my question is, how did you get access to him? How did you get access to him that quickly? I don't know, God. I don't know. Something weird. I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't know how he got that interview so fast, but he claimed he got it. But he got to hold off until the trial is over. Like, how did he know which one it was? How did he know? Like, did he reach out to him? Like, how did that happen? Yeah, and how did the team know about it that quickly? I don't know, celebrity. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a movie script. And you know what I was gonna try to do, you guys? I was trying to go and get in. I was trying to. What I was my plan was to go there early and get in there where Puff was at. But I'm glad I didn't do that, man, because there's issues on the line. And I feel like if I go there, I'm gonna be one more person that they got to fight with. So I just rather not do it. I would just rather not do it because as soon as they see me out there, they're like, "Oh my God, here he go." You know, because they have their set people out there every day that gets in. So, like, I'm not to compete. I understand, like the mainstream media. I don't want to compete with them. Let them in. You know, like let them in. That's their job. Let them in. So I'm content with the overflow room. So I'm not trying to take up a space for somebody that needs it. I mean, I could get in, Ryan, if I get there early enough. But I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to do it because people be line holders be holding lines for like 5 people. I'm not trying to do it because then it got a little testy. I heard yesterday, so I just rather just not do it. The celebrity, I think you tried one day, and did you get in there? Celebrity, did you ever get in there where Puff was at? I forgot to ask you that. And my question is, when did you get there? Because I know when I got there, but were you already there? Like for a few days before I got there, celebrity? I don't know. Did you go to any of the jury selection? That was my question to you. Yeah, we already know what he looked like, Ryan. I mean, I could see him clearly on the TV, Ryan, sitting there. Oh, it was you got there the first day of the open, okay. Because how I saw a celebrity, right, guys? I'm standing online, and all I heard was Max. That's all I heard. And I looked back, I said, "Huh?" And look, she'll tell you how I look, huh? What? Like like standoffish, huh? Like what? She said, "Max, I be in your chat, you know." So I said, "Oh shoot, yeah, what's up, celebrity?" Because I remember her name, like, "Oh yeah, yeah, what's up, celebrity?" But at first, I'm like, "Huh? What?" Everybody like looking, because people like I'm a grumpy old man or something. Like people looking at me like, here he come. And we were all standing online, and the media people, they were pissed because they wanted to get in. They said it should be just media people in there. I had to put a pleasant look on my face, Ryan, because I do be looking grumpy. Yeah, I know you said you were gonna find me but I forgot. I forgot. And somebody was like, "Smile, why are you looking so grumpy?" So I had to change my vibration, y'all, because I do be looking grumpy. Yeah, I had to change my vibration on y'all. Yep, I had to change it on up. Yeah, that's a conspiracy theory, old boy. I know if he did, he shouldn't have no worries. You said that's just some folks resting. I know. I'm not trying to look grumpy, but some of the people there that's really known, they expect you to know who they are. I get that feeling too, and I don't know who they are. Now I do. Remember celebrity said, "Yo, that's such and such. That's such." I'm like, I don't know who that is. Being grumpy with it. I'm like, I don't know who that is, right? She's like, "Yeah, that's such and such. He this and that. He this. I didn't even know any of the people on TV. Nothing, y'all. Nothing. I'm sitting there with the lady from Court TV, and I'm like, oh, I know her. And I see Elizabeth Milner every now and then from the Law and Crime Network. I see her. I see her like every day. Um, I didn't know who a lot of them were, though. A lot of people. But some of the news anchors, I didn't know who they were. But remember, celebrities, they just look important, though, the way they carry themselves. Yeah, they always like camera ready. That's what we call it. They straight up ready for the camera. You said the anchors be trying to check us. You see, I wasn't a part of that. I didn't know that's what they were doing. Yeah, they don't like the YouTubers, y'all. Trying to cut in line and all that right there. They don't like them YouTubers. You heard me, them YouTube, like I'm not a YouTuber. Listen, guys, I'm just there. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just there, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just vibing out. I'm just vibing out, man. But yeah, I didn't know the anchors were doing that, Ryan. Like trying to change their vibration. I didn't know that. It was like, oh my God, these stupid YouTubers. Oh my God. Yeah, she told her to show your receipt for your line placement. Hey, celebrity, that one lady you showed me, was she one of them that was doing that? She kind of big time though. She be on ABC. Yeah, she big time actually. It's just y'all ain't trying to change your vibration. You know what I'm saying? You know, they on ABC, man. Shout out to them, man. I be seeing them every day. Yeah, celebrity trying to cut in the line and all that. Y'all had to get y'all vibrations changed. You said then the brother came over and changed your vibration. Oh yeah, you talking about his name is Brian. You talking about Brian. The he's the ABC legal correspondent. His name Brian. He be on Law and Crime too. I don't know, boy. We'll see. I don't know. It's up to the jury. We'll see. Oh, you didn't change your vibe. What did he say actually? I guess he like these people don't know who we are, man. He said, "I'm just here to get some order." That's hilarious. Taking authority. You said get a marshal. Damn, celebrity. I didn't know that it was going down like that. Like, were you waiting online? Like, how did this happen? Did you get there early to wait online, or hey, Monique? Yeah, what happened was Monique. He was standing out in front of the courthouse. And you know how I don't tell nobody I'm leaving. I just kind of dip off. That's how I do it. I just dip off, right? And I just something told me to turn around, and he was walking my direction. Okay, maybe he walking somewhere else. And sure enough, he came into the store. You said Sylvia moved, so you moved with her. And you didn't even get into the courtroom with Puff. You didn't. So they changed your vibration. That's what they did. They going back to court Friday. No, Ryan, I found out she didn't sneak in. She spent the night out there, and she was on the line. She just slept out there. That's how she got in. She went home and then came back and slept out there. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Truth be told, they making some good money sitting on that line though. You said they went to the press pass line once we got inside. You said how Tisa get in? She got a line. She got line holder. Oh boy. And she get there early too, but she got line holder, I think. She back, Ryan. Rotten Mango is back. She made a video recently. The last time I was there, I was in a break room. I saw her in there, her and her people. Maybe she just took a break. Well, the last time, let me see, the last time I saw her, maybe she has been there, but I just haven't been seeing her in the hallway. But I was in the, let me see, week before last, I was in the break room and I saw her. She was sitting in there eating with her people. I want her to speak on that. I don't want to speak on it for her. And it was something happened to Tisa to make her get bodyguards. Did she tell that story, celebrity, on why she got bodyguards, or That's probably why. Yeah, Ryan. It's like that. When somebody followed to a hotel, he mouthed to her that he know her. Did she tell that story, Monique, or did Rotten Mango tell that story, or somebody told the story? I want to see if it came from her. Did she say that, celebrity? Because I heard people. I don't see Rotten Mango with bodyguards, but she have a lot of people with her though. Yeah. You said no, not Rotten Mango. Where you get that story from, celebrity? Lori said she told the story. Oh yeah, she did do it. How come you didn't put that video up on your social media, celebrity, and tag Rotten Mango in it? That her name get a lot of views. Oh, about the jury reactions. They just said when they were watching the video, some of them didn't like what they were watching when they were watching the videos and stuff. Yeah, she was denied entry. She can't come back in the building. Oh, you got 45K views on it? Yeah. She get a lot of views, man. I mean, damn near every video on her channel is at 1 million views. Like you know how much money that is? That's a lot. She got enough to hire a team, you know what I mean? She don't got to do no editing. Yeah, it's been raining a lot, Howard. She do have a good following. Where is she from? Is she from China? Or is she from LA, or like what's her background? Yeah, I saw that, Monique. It was pretty good, yep. You said could people we want to leave after watching those videos? Well, somebody had it was Dizzy today. Oh, she from Korea? Okay. Yeah, that's that girl Ryan Mango. Oh, she from Korea. Okay. I wonder was she living in LA? She sound like she live in LA or something. I was on the elevator with her and her crew one day, and We were laughing about something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, she lives in Atlanta. Wow. Okay. And she's married. Right, Mango's married. Yeah, it's crazy. I be like running into her every day. She cool. Um, I ain't gonna tell you who my favorite ABC analyst is. I got a favorite. No, they haven't come back. His daughters know. His sons, yeah. Daughters know. Hey, I wouldn't expect them to though. Due to the nature of the what's happening in court. And I wouldn't want to see them there if they come back with a verdict either. That'll be too hard, man. He got his sons holding him down. They holding him down. They doing a good job. Yeah, his mother come daily. You said it's crazy some of her mukbangs got 14 million views. She must be getting that Korean audience too. She getting that Korean audience. Them views coming from somewhere. She probably got a lot of support in Korea. She's getting them views from. Is she got support? She's like probably a celebrity in Korea. She's getting views from over there probably too. That's what I'm thinking. I'm curious to see her analytics to see what her top region is. But regardless, though, she's getting her numbers though. Because in Korea, because I saw a documentary on them when that YouTuber went over there to troll them. All their content creators get millions of views. They support their people. Everybody watch their stuff. Oh, she has two channels? What's the other channel called? You do like you got a little Asian in you, celebrity. Oh, Stephanie So. Yeah, her name is Stephanie. I heard somebody call her that. Yep, her name is Stephanie. Oh, cool. I gotta check it out. She probably started off doing mukbangs. Did she be smacking when she eat? I'm gonna have to check it out. You know, that's really a thing. People like to see you eat. That's a thing. I was thinking about starting a new channel doing that. I bet you she smack when she eat. I bet you she do. Don't tell her I'm talking about her. But you gotta turn the volume all the way up, celebrity. I can't just eat anything for a mukbang. Oh, you got a blue Yeti too? I'm eating right now if you can hear it. But I'm not trying to do a mukbang. But I could do. There's a guy over in Thailand. He makes money off ASMR. He got like a black background, and he just do like stuff like that, and he just do like sounds, and it's an audience for that. Oh, you what are you on my mind? I didn't know you could hear me like that. You really could. You said you wore a mask and a wig because I didn't want my coworkers to see. You said, yeah, I could do mukbangs, but you know what I might do? This guy, he do food reviews. I might do that. Like every now and then, if I go get something, I'll do a review on it and taste it. Oh, we got Elizabeth Ramos and Rachel came in. Now Elizabeth Ramos, that's Liz. Why are you under that account, Liz? You're under your mother's account. Wait a minute, you're I can't. Liz, what is your? I can't remember. Maybe that is your account. That's your mother's account, ain't it? You said want all the juicy deets. You want all the tea. She came in with the tea because I'm on my mom's phone because my phone got smashed. How your phone get smashed? Something always happened to your phone, man. Like what happened to you? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. But celebrity, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to make some content. Um, we're gonna have to come up with something. We're gonna you got to be outside or I'll be outside. We gotta do something. We You said Sloan Bella, the psychic medium, said Diddy won't get off. Damn. Yeah, we gotta come up with some celebrity. I didn't know that the correspondence got at you. Rachel, she got into it with the correspondence. Do a mukbang after the trial. I could do that. She got into it with Brian. He's an ABC legal correspondent. Well, no, she didn't get into it with him. He just came over to change everybody's vibration, to get everything in order. Yeah, she did predict Diddy getting in trouble. She predicted Jay-Z too. Jay-Z like, no fam. Yeah, and she said it. She said he gonna be in a position where they gonna take his voice away, where he can't even defend himself. Yeah, she might have insider info. That's what I think too. Damn, she said the marker for Jay-Z would be theft. It'll be the start of his downfall. That's crazy. You said start cooking again, Ryan. I don't know. What does that mean, the theft? Like, it's gonna be theft or something? I know his name kept being brought up. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. He's pretty high profile though. I mean, that will break the internet. Um, I'm gonna have to look at it again now that this is. But she said it. She was like, they're gonna take his voice away. He's not even. He's gonna spend a lot of money. Like the money is gonna be like depleting. And he can't say anything. It's like she predicted it all to a T. Yeah, because they said that he wants to talk and he wants to give up certain things, but they not letting him. But you know what? I think this is rather unusual. He don't have any friends coming to bat for him. I mean, Kanye went up there, but I'm just talking about like he don't have nobody like saying nothing. So, and it's like he might want to say something, but he can't. So I think he should. Like the hell with that. Or he do it through his kids. I think the truth is gonna come out. I think he's gonna talk somehow. He gonna find a way to do it. Or they could be saying to him, well, you don't want to do that because it's gonna ruin your appeals. So you're gonna have to stay quiet. But I got a feeling R. Kelly knows something. And because it's unusual for them to say that he OD'd off his medication. That shouldn't be happening unless they gave him the pill and he didn't swallow. He faked like he swallowed and kept it and did it himself. I don't know. It's kind of if they are still tight. I don't think Jay can say anything. I can't. I don't know if this is true or not, but I had a theory that when they did raid his homes, now I'm kind of believing they didn't find what they were looking for. Maybe I don't believe it. Maybe they didn't. Because I'm thinking they was supposed to find all types of stuff, and that wasn't true. They didn't find anything. The only videos they have is what Cassie gave them. That was it. But it's unusual for him to go through this by himself. And he hasn't said a word. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit, they didn't have nothing else. Because they did say that he did record his parties. He did. And check this out. Here's the thing. What happens if they didn't get anything? That means he got it hidden somewhere. He doesn't strike me as somebody that's stupid. He don't. He's smart. Yeah, he definitely doesn't strike me as that. Yeah, he gotta have something stored away somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think they searched his plane. When he was getting ready to get on the plane, they didn't detain him. They questioned him, and they detained the Brendan Paul guy. He got detained. No, I don't think I remember the news reports. You can go back to the news reports on YouTube from when he got detained, and I didn't see that they searched the plane at all. No, she hasn't. It was that day they hit his two houses, but come to find out, he had another house. He had Two Star Island, and he had another one. One of the properties he bought from Gloria Stefan. That was her guest house he purchased. So the other house he had must have been her guest house, because that's what he purchased from her. I remember hearing that. He said Janet hasn't been raided. I don't think they searched the plane. Yeah, they didn't search the plane. That was a big day too. I remember that. Craziness. He said buy property in a different country. I wonder if he does or not. I haven't heard no more about those cases, to be honest with you. I haven't been checking for them since the trial started. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about those cases really. Ever since we started like following this. You said the majority will stay pending into the criminal trial or the New York State case are paused pending the outcome of Parker versus Alexandra appeal. Oh, okay. Anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I will talk to you guys on the next one. No trial tomorrow, though. So, we don't have that tomorrow. It's like fastly ending, though. It's crazy. But, guys, I will see you on the next one. And, yeah, man, y'all have a good one. All right, y'all.